everyone, it's Holly and I am the maker here at Missouri River Soap. I'm going to make a tallow soap today. I'm going to do an orange cinnamon holiday themed tallow soap, and I do make it with cream, so I kind of call it a tallow cream soap. It's so good, it's so luxurious, I love it. We found that the tallow soaps were really one of our favorite recipes. We love the tallow, but I do make most of my soaps vegan for my vegan customers. So I had all my hard oils melted, and they'd remained melted all day. And then I went and added in my castor oil and my olive oil. You know, it's not that much. It's a mostly hard oil batch, and they just solidified right up. So now I have to wait for my oils to reheat, but hopefully I can get to it here in just a moment. The snow is melting off of the metal roof today, and oh, it's making a racket that scares me. I just about had heart failure just now. You can find me at all the familiar places. On Instagram, I'm Mo River Soap, and on Facebook, I'm Missouri River Soap. My website is moriversoap.com. All right, let's get started. Let's make some soap. And I really need to go check those oils. Okay, so I have my oils completely remelted, and my pot is just a little bit warm. Now I intended to do the orange cinnamon first, but I actually measured my peppermint into my Solo measuring cup, so I did do the peppermint first, so I know how it's all gonna go down once I add in the lye solution and the cream and everything. So everything is fine. This is beef tallow. Why do I do that? I like rub the pot, but it actually feels really good. It's nice and warm. This is beef tallow. Also have in there olive and coconut and castor and cocoa butter, which are my usuals, but it is primarily beef tallow. And beef tallow just makes a wonderful bar of soap. So I'm putting in kaolin clay. Now kaolin is thought to anchor the essential oils. So I'm going to add in the cream. This is heavy whipping cream. This one is 40% milk fat that I have here, and this is just what we use to make like whipped cream that you would put on a pie or a parfait or on top of your coffee or what have you. So this is an extra thick, extra fatty version. It does not take much to get the benefits of the cream in the soap. So I know it's called different things in different parts of the world, so I just wanted to maybe clarify a little bit more what that was. I know I'll say cream and people are confused on what it actually is. It's not half and half or anything. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get these blended in. So even though my oils are warm, my lye solution is at room temperature, which is about 65, 66 today. Now, I made this last night and then covered it up. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and strain it. There's not much for Lye-Lint this time. There's more water in it because I am not using as much cream. So the more water, the less Lye-Lint. So the water isn't quite as reduced as it normally would be. The lye solution is going in and automatically making it a little bit more creamy looking. It's kind of bringing down the temperature of those oils, but I know it's going to be a-okay here soon once I get to blending in. So I am going to bring this to a trace, or at least emulsification. So the reason why it's solidifying so quickly is because it is very high in the hard oils. So working with the warmer oil with the room temperature lye solution is actually the way to go, because if I had the oils any cooler, they more than likely would solidify too much. Okay, yeah, I think we're in a good place. So this is predominantly just orange essential oil with just a smidgen of cinnamon in it. The cinnamon can be sensitive to some. The cinnamon can be hard for some people to tolerate, so I try not to use very much. Not I try, I just don't use very much. Because this is just a solid colored, I'm kind of confused here. I need to scrape my edge. This spoon does not really scrape very well. It is just more for assisting in the situation. All right, so we're gonna do a lot of scraping here. Now this one is solidifying just a little bit quicker because it does have the cinnamon in it. So I could scrape that more, but I'm not going to, so it's getting a little thick. And I want to make sure that I give this a very good blend still with my good spatula. Just to make sure that everything is blended in super well. It is the color of orange juice, which is kind of a fun thing. I love the Orange 10X from Brambleberry. It is my favorite orange and it has good holding power. Okay, so I have my mold here and it is 11 by 18 by 4, and I like it because the freezer paper is 18 inches long, and then I have an 18-inch wide hanger tool. So I make my molds at the 18, have my husband, ask my husband kindly to make the mold at 18. In it goes. This is just going to be a pale yellow soap is what I'm guessing. It's quite bright right now, but that's because it's always brighter at the beginning. And the tallow is very creamy once it solidifies, creamy white, so it's going to want to be a more pale color. So one thing I have noticed is as I've used my new KitchenAid stick blender, it's not incorporating the incorporating air bubbles like it was, so that's great. Okay, I better finish this off quickly because I see my battery's about to die. So I'm just going to do some loop-de-loos and just kind of give it a pretty swirly texture on the top. I'm gonna let this set for a couple of days and then I will be back to unmold and cut it. Love it, it smells so good. I hope this makes just a lovely, lovely, lovely holiday soap for you. I know I can't wait to put it into use. But we're gonna have to give it 4 to 6 weeks before it's really at its best. It needs to evaporate the water, excess water, makes a harder bar of soap, but in the 4 to 8 week range, some magic happens. It's just wonderful. All right, I think that's great. I am going to clean up and I will see you back here for the cut. Okay, I am back and I am cutting this orange cinnamon soap, and I have to tell you, it smells just fantastic. It's so cozy and just like, it's just orange and cinnamon. It's subtle, it's not strong and in your face. It's just cozy. That's just what I think of. Cozy Christmas. It's so good. I'm very excited about this soap. Now this tallow is very hard to cut. Tallow soap. Because it has a lot more hard oils in it, so it becomes harder right off the bat. Oh, it's so good. And it smells just, I can't get over it. I can't get over it. I think it has just the right amount of cinnamon in it. It's not strong. It's mostly an orange scented soap from the orange essential oil. Oh, it's so good. I love it. I prefer soaps that are not so strongly scented that that's all anybody can smell is the soap on your skin. I think it's nice to be subtle. I don't really want it to linger for a long time. That's what a fragrance, would be for if you want to use a fragrance. And additionally, we do have to stay within guidelines for usage rates. So a lot of these essential oils have very low usage rates, like cinnamon and clove. So you have to be very careful, and they're always changing. The International Fragrance Association, they do all the studies and testing and determine what level that we can use. And so it's always important. It's so creamy. It's so creamy. I love it. It's always so important if you are a maker to continually be checking those. I came back from this break, and there had been some changes again. And I was like, oh, wow. So it's definitely good to continually check those so that we're always within safe parameters. It's so good. This is as much as I love figgy cream and the scented stuff, I love just plain, solid colored, just goodness. Just goodness. I love it so much. I have to wonder what kind of funny faces I'm making. I'm pretty sure I purse my lips when I'm cutting. Apparently doing that gives me superpowers, so super strength. Why does it seem, I was like, why does that seem like so little soap? Oh, because I still have all of these to do. That's great and good. I can't even remember during the making if I still had snow on the ground or not. I think we were, the day before we were going to pour the concrete for our foundation walls. Oh, that was a miserable day. Oh, it was so cold. And of course, it wasn't my problem. I didn't have to be out in it, but my husband was just out in this cold, freezing rain all day. So thankful he didn't get sick, 'cause I was very nervous. Everybody else that was scheduled that day for the concrete actually canceled. And they're like, are you sure you don't want to cancel? And I'm like, we're sure we have to do it because you can't, okay now. You can't pour concrete if it gets too cold and it won't cure right. And the goal is for us just to continue to build over the winter. So we had to get that done, but it's done and yay. And my son, if you hear some loud noises on occasion, he's out there fixing board to the top of the concrete walls so that we can start our subflooring. So that's fun. We're kind of taking a little break. My husband does have some stuff he needs to work on, but we had to get that concrete done. So he put all his energy into that, and now he's going to come back and help finish the shed. The workshop, we still call it a shed because we were originally just going to buy a shed and transform it into a workspace, but then that was weird. Went a little high there at the end. But then we decided ultimately just to build it ourselves, and that's of course what's taken about forever. It's almost done. It's almost done. but it's not done yet. So we're gonna finish. He's working mostly in clearing the back room. So we have to finish that, and I'm so looking forward to giving you a tour. I hope by the time this video is out that the tour is going to be coming along pretty soon. Okay, so I am going to work on putting these soaps on the tray. They'll go on the curing rack for 4+ weeks. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.